They thought they were saving money by hiring the cheapest landscaper in town. But in the end, that decision cost them more than they could have ever imagined. This is the untold story of the cheap landscaping job that cost thousands. It all started when David and Maria decided to finally fix up their backyard. They had saved for months, dreaming of a beautiful patio, fresh sod, and a few flower beds to brighten up the space. But when they got quotes from local landscaping companies, the numbers shocked them. 10,000 here, 12,000 there, way more than they expected. Just when they were about to give up, they found a flyer in their mailbox. Professional landscaping, lowest prices in town. No job too big or small. The estimate? Only $3,000? Less than a third of what the others were charging. It sounded like the deal of a lifetime. They called the number. The man who answered introduced himself as Rick. He spoke quickly, promised fast results, and said he could start that very week. David and Maria were hesitant, but the savings were too good nor. They agreed. Rick showed up the next day with a couple of workers and some old equipment. He didn't have a company truck, just a rusty van, but he promised he could transform the yard in no time. At first, things looked fine. They laid down new sod, trimmed the trees, and started digging out space for the patio. But then the shortcuts became obvious. Instead of leveling the ground, they threw sod directly on top of uneven soil. Instead of installing proper edging, they used broken pieces of wood. And instead of building the patio foundation, they poured cheap gravel and laid down cracked pavers. When David asked about the quality, Rick brushed it off. "Don't worry," he said. "This is how we always do it. It'll settle over time." But within a week, the problem started. The sod began to turn brown. The patio pavers shifted and sank, creating uneven steps and dangerous cracks. And the sprinkler system, which Rick insisted he could repair, flooded the yard and shorted out completely. David and Maria called Rick, demanding he come back to fix the mess. At first, he answered with excuses. Then he stopped answering altogether. Frustrated, they contacted one of the professional landscapers they had originally gotten a quote from. When the new contractor arrived, he took one look at the yard and shook his head. The sod wasn't installed correctly and was already rotting. The patio had no base and was unsafe to walk on. And the sprinkler system was damaged beyond repair. To fix everything, the new contractor estimated it would cost nearly $15,000. Not only had David and Maria wasted $3,000 on Rick, but now they had to spend more than they ever expected just to undo the damage. They tried to track Rick down, but the phone number was disconnected, and the van was gone. There was no company license, no business address, nothing to trace. He had vanished, likely onto the next victim. David and Maria were left with an empty bank account, a destroyed backyard, and a painful lesson. In the end, their attempt to save money ended up costing them more than double the original quotes. It's a harsh reminder that sometimes the cheapest option is the most expensive one of all. This has been one of the untold stories of yard work. If you found this story shocking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more suspenseful tales of landscaping gone wrong, contractor nightmares, and the dark secrets hiding in everyday yards. Because the next story might be happening closer than you think.